Welcome to this video demonstrating a brand new and important XLI capability. Previous videos available on our website, ppmentions.com, show a day in the life of using XLI using different stakeholders, such as the project manager, resource manager. There are other videos as well providing overviews of the other modules. But before we talk about this new module, let me take a quick step back and just briefly describe what the XLI is all about. So the main tagline of the solution is flexibility of Excel with the governance of PPM. As you might guess, it's an alternative UI based in Microsoft Excel. It's designed to provide a faster and more accurate data management experience. And as a productivity tool, it possesses some unique PPM transaction shortcuts, as well as special control features. It's also important to note that all key PPM user transactions are covered. Now let's talk about this new capability, the first all-encompassing solution for PPM data archiving and deletion. Effective archiving and deletion of PPM data is a common requirement, whether it's for regulatory or policy reasons, I need to shrink the PPM database, or for data migration purposes. Nevertheless, until now, PPM customers did not have an effective solution. So our new offering covers all object types. So that includes projects, financial summaries, staffing profile, and requests. All desired data elements, including attachments, are archived together in user-friendly Excel tables, so that when users need to access the archived data later on, they can have it all in one place. It also includes the option to delete archived data from PPM, and it also includes reference objects. It's also quite configurable. You can have custom filters, and you can also select which data elements to archive. Now let's go ahead and see the solution in action. So I'll jump over to the XLI. So the first thing I have is my logon screen. So I need to provide my PPM credentials, which have been pre-filled. If my PPM instance has single sign-on enabled, I would actually bypass this screen completely. So let me go ahead and authenticate. Once I've logged in, the XLI exposes the different tabs that correspond to different modules or features within the tool. So the first thing I actually landed on was a landing page. Here I have shortcuts to the actual different features, popular shortcuts essentially to different features of the XLI. So let me go ahead and go to the user settings tab. So this tab is only available to admins. This is where XLI settings are set, which are then saved to the server. For this neat capability, we added numerous new settings. These new settings, like most of our settings, are typically just set up once or rarely changed. So this is a link to the actual new settings, but before I go ahead and do that, I actually have an attachment folder. This is where everything gets downloaded when I decide to do archiving. There's a local directory. So I've jumped over to where the new settings are. So the first setting I have is archiving mode enabled. So this setting determines whether to activate this capability across the entire XLI. The next setting I have is the purge mode. So this feature determines whether to ask the user if they want to delete the PPM data post-archival. And as always with the XLI, the PPM security settings get automatically inherited, and therefore data retrieval and deletion are only available to XLI users who have those same exact rights in PPM itself. So after purge mode, we have to specify what you actually want to include in your archival. We can have attachments, reference attachments, PPM objects, URLs, etc. Now let's go ahead and archive some request data. And it essentially works the same way for all the other object types as well. So for this demonstration, I'm going ahead and archive just a small number of requests, but this solution supports any number of records. So once I'm on the request tab, the first thing we'll do is click on the magnifying glass icon. Now I have to select which request type to work with. So in this case, I'm going to work with project risks. Once I've selected my request type, I should bring up the custom filters that have been configured for this particular request type. So for project risks, I have custom filtered for project, project manager, updated before, and assigned to. And if my request type has table components, go ahead and select this radio button to actually download that information as well. So let me go ahead and download all the project risk information for 2023. Put in the dates, then I'll click on search. Go ahead and select all. So I'm going to download all the project risks and whatever I selected to be downloaded into the sheet. So go ahead and click go. Down below in the lower left, you can see what's happening, little status update. Now let's go ahead and scroll a little bit to the right, and you can see all the different fields that have been downloaded: company, risk type, date identified, We have some columns for attachments, which I'll come back to in just a moment. Keep on scrolling. We actually have the user notes archived as well. We also brought down field change notes, UL references. Okay, let's head back to attachments and talk a little bit about that. As part of request download, the XLI downloaded all the attachments to a folder that I chose on my local PC. We saw that in the user settings tab. And for each attachment, it creates a link. So I actually click on this link, which just so happens to be a PDF document. I say OK. I actually went ahead and actually loaded that PDF document into my browser. Now let's also take a look at that folder where I chose to download my attachments. So if I go to this folder, I now see that I actually have directories that correspond to the request number. If I go inside each one, there's basically attachments that are associated with each request. Let's go back to the XLI. Now with all this information, I can go ahead and save the XLI now as a standard Excel file without adding macros, so there's no need to log on after that. With this file, I now have all the request data, including all the extra elements I chose, for example, URLs, notes, etc. With everything archived together, it's easy to access the data later. If I want to share this with others, I can go ahead and upload this information to, I should say, a shared drive or even SharePoint. For this demonstration, I had the XLI work with just one request type, but the XLI allows you to add worksheets for each request type and all the other object types as well. So I can actually have in the same file all the archive from all my requests, all my projects, staffing profiles, and financial summaries. Let's go ahead and conclude. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you agree that this new capability provides an effective solution to this common need. The XLI has been used for over a decade in some of the top customers in the US, Europe, Australia as an alternative PPM UI for enhanced productivity and data quality. And now with this new archiving capability, the product has expanded its value to PPM organizations. Whether you're one of our existing XLI customers or not a customer yet, whether you're a small or large organization, please feel free to contact us at info@ppmetrics.com or visit our website, ppmetrics.com, to learn more and schedule a full demo.